It's been a brutal one, guys. It has been a brutal one. You know, we were holding off for most of this game, and then the stream just cut off. Again, everything says it's fine. It shouldn't be happening, but whatever. Fourth quarter action here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we can hold up. Fourth quarter action, 2nd and 2. The Lions and the Cowboys both need this game badly. The Lions, with a win, their playoff chances rise to 55%. If they lose, their playoff chances drop to 19%. For the Cowboys, if they win tonight, their playoff chances rise to 39%. If they lose, it plummets to 9%. This is a very tough circumstance and a very tough situation for both of these teams to be in. But, hey, man, that's just how it goes. The NFC was highly competitive this year. Dallas, they've played a lot of inspired football, these last couple of weeks. They're going to have to play the most inspired football they've played all year. Goff has all the time in the world. Goff's going for the end zone. It is caught, but I don't think he gets both feet in bounds. Incomplete pass. Flag on the play once again. A holding call on the offense. Dallas's playoff hopes are lingering right now, and the Lions are giving them some life. These penalties are starting to get to them. Too many penalties will ultimately result in your season coming to an end here. You suffer too many penalties, you're going to give life to the Cowboys. And if they get life and take advantage of that, you could end up losing this game. Detroit has got to stop making some of these mistakes. That is a clear hold. And he held long enough for Goff to get that off, too. Both teams are committing a bunch of penalties tonight. Not what you want to see. A lot of penalties to go around for both teams. 1st and 20. Got to get points off of this job, but you certainly want to score a touchdown here. 1st and 20. You hand it off to Gibbs, and Gibbs trips and falls, and he might have lost a yard because he was behind the line of scrimmage. That is not what you want to see. That is absolutely not what you want to see. Second down and 22 here because he lost some yards there. They got to get back into field goal range at the very least. Goff fires. It is caught. St. Brown makes the catch. That's going to give them a good chance to get a good field goal out of this if they're not able to convert on 3rd down. Third down and 13 here. Here we go. 3rd down and 13 here at the 32-yard line. Goff, quick throw here. Can they get the blocking set up? Williams tried, but the defense of the Cowboys makes a stop, and they're going to force a field goal attempt here. It was 4th and manageable last time. It was 4th and 5, and he said, nah, we'll kick the field goal, and it got blocked. 46-yard field goal here for the Lions to extend this lead to a 2-possession game. Here comes the kick, and the kick is good. It's back to an 11-point game. 30-19 with 11:50 left to go here. Yeah, Tyrese Maxey won the game. Yeah, he won the game for Philly. They won 99-98. You got a game winner from Maxey. You got a game winner from Hachimura. LeBron finds Hachimura for the game-winning score. Minnesota also won their game, and Boston blew out the Wizards. So, yeah, it's been an interesting night in the NBA, I guess. That actually works in my favor because I wanted the Raptors to lose since Miami got thrashed yesterday. I'm trying to... We're the 4th seed right now, and Boston's right behind us at 13. Boston and Orlando are both 13-9. We play Orlando tomorrow. Miami's 14-8. We have just been terrible on the road. We are, what are we? I think we're 8-2 at home. Sorry, we're 10-2 at home. Miami's 10-2 at home. We're 4-6 on the road. Miami just cannot play on the road this season. Miami is not a good road team. I think we play Miami at home tomorrow, don't we? Or are we going to Orlando? I mean, it ain't really that big of a trip. No, we are playing at Orlando, so we're gonna be. Actually, no. Let's see. I think this is going to be like a play-in tournament. So tomorrow, play-in tournament, 7 p.m. We are playing at Orlando. I was hoping we weren't. Nope. I saw it correctly. We're going to play at Orlando, and then we're going to come back home for Sacramento. We play Orlando again. Yeah, we got a couple games here that we got coming up, and Miami's got to win them because they're going up against. Yeah, Boston is 13-9. Boston's 13-9, so they are the fifth seed. Let me check this. Boston's 13-9. They are. Let me pull this up. Good Lord, come on, guys. Boston is 13-9. They are not the schedule. Where is the standings? They are the fifth seed. Yeah, they're the fifth seed in the Eastern Conference right now, 13-9. Miami's 14-8. They're the fourth seed. Toronto is 15-7. They are the third seed. The Knicks are 14-7, which somehow puts them in the second seed because seeding is weird. The Pistons are the first seed at 17-5 right now. So yeah, Miami plays Orlando tomorrow. We'll see how things go. Boston's on a bit of a winning streak. Because, I mean, or are they on a winning streak? Yeah, Boston, no, they're not on a winning streak. Actually, yeah, they're on a... I hate how this is just put up. Boston is 13-9. They are on a 3-game winning streak. They beat Cleveland, New York, and Washington. So they're on a 3-game winning streak right now. They're starting to click again. So that's good for Boston, I guess. I don't really care. But it's good for Boston, you know. Good for them. Boston is in the playoffs while Milwaukee is out of the playoffs. Crazy, given no Tatum or Tyrese should have motivated the Bucks. The Bucks are not a good team. No matter how much motivation you want to throw out there, they're not a good team, and Giannis has missed a lot of time. Fun times. Give me a second, everybody. All right, first down here for Dak. I gotta go get something really quickly. Well, I gotta go do something really quickly, but I want to see how this is gonna play out. George Pickens is on the sideline right now with his helmet, so I guess he's out of the play right now. First and 10 here for the Cowboys. They're at the 42-yard line here, so trying to get up to midfield. Dak's gonna hand the ball off here to Williams, and Williams breaking some tackles. Williams picks up the first down. That's a solid run right there by Williams. But yeah, Milwaukee's not a good team. They're not a good team this year. That's why Giannis wants out. They're not even close to being competitive. They can't compete with them and without him. He wants to go. First and 10, Dak, quick throw here. It is caught. Second down coming up here for the Cowboys. As long as Doc Rivers is still the head coach, Milwaukee's going to do nothing. That's funny. Hope Nico Harrison joins the Bucks or Nuggets. I mean, that's just... I mean, if you join the Bucks, isn't Darvin Ham still with the Bucks? So, yeah, go join Doc Rivers, Darvin Ham, and Nico Harrison. Nobody there! 42-yard touchdown here. No flag on the play. Ryan Florney. Wide open. Dallas is going to go for 2 to make this a 3-point game. Wow. Branch read it completely wrong. Where was the safety help? The corner expected Branch to help him. The safety wasn't there. Where's the safety help? It's not there. Branch read it wrong. Dak didn't miss it. Touchdown Cowboys. 2-point attempt right here. And with 9:52 left to go, we've got a one-score game no matter how this goes. Here we go. 2-point try. Dak, he's got plenty of time. He's looking. He's searching. He's searching. He's searching. He fires. It's caught. And there's the 2-point attempt. It's a 3-point game with 9:52 left to go in the game. Dallas has climbed back into this game from being down 18 to now being down 3 with under 10 to go in the fourth quarter. Oh my goodness. Yeah, sorry, I don't have my mic next to me. My mic is away from me, so it's like at times you're gonna hear me and at times you're not. I'm a little bit away from the mic. So yeah, it's a 3-point game. I'll be right back. So we'll talk about this. Wow. 3-point game. Dallas was down 18, and they continue to fight back. The resiliency of this team is crazy. Here we go, guys. Yeah, my microphone was over there, so it wasn't next to me. My microphone was over there. So the reason you were seeing inconsistency is because my microphone was away from me. So 1 minute you'll hear me, the next minute it'll go like that. My microphone was over there. It wasn't next to me, so yeah, that's why that was happening. Anyway, this is very tough. Commanders still got a chance. 1st and 10 for the Lions. 9:45 left to go in this game. It's a 3-point game now. Detroit has to score here. They need a touchdown. A field goal is going to put them in serious danger. They're going to run this ball, and they're not going to pick up much here. 2nd down coming up here for the Lions. Detroit's in some real trouble. They had opportunities to put points on the board. They've missed. A lot of mistakes. We've talked about the mistakes of the Cowboys. The Lions have made a lot of mistakes too. And it has led to the Cowboys getting back in this game. Second down and 8. They're going to hand it off here again, and Gibbs. This has not been a game for Gibbs to run the football. Yeah, I'm not sure what's wrong because, I mean, my microphone's on and it's right next to me now and it's working, so I'm not sure. Maybe it's probably another connection issue. I don't know. Third down coming up here for the Lions. You cannot afford to give this ball back to Dallas. Dallas is red hot right now. You give this ball back to the Cowboys, I guarantee you the Lions will be stepping foot on the field down by 4. Third down and 6 here. They got to pick this up. And this may be a time where Dan Campbell is going to be willing to be aggressive if they cannot convert here. If you can't pick up the first down, you got to go for this here. Third and 6. Goff. Pressure's coming. He's going to fire off his back foot. It is caught! Williams running inside the 30. Flag on the play. This could be coming back. Oh, it's a late hit, so this is going to be a 15-yard penalty. It's going to be a personal foul, a late hit on the quarterback. Oh, they're picking the flag up. They're picking the flag up. Personal foul, roughing the passer. So that's going to be a fifth. Oh, half the distance to go because they're inside the 20. They're inside the 30. I think they're inside the 30 or inside the 20. Let me see. Williams just bounced off the defender and just caught that. Took it inside the 40. They're inside the 30. So, yeah. They're going to get the first down and they're going to get the personal foul. Man, that is huge. That is huge. Lions got to score here for sure. That is huge. Lions got to score here. They got to score here. First and 10. Penalty, no penalty. It was going to be a first down no matter what. This penalty just moves them closer to the goal line. First and 10 at the 13-yard line. So they're inside the red zone now. Goff tosses it to Gibbs. Gibbs picks up maybe 4. Second down coming up here. Looks like the Cowboys are going to win. Nicholas, you say this as the Lions are at the goal line trying to score a touchdown to extend their lead. I don't know where you get your logic. I mean, I forget. You said the Cowboys were going to blow out the Lions and this was going to be an easy win due to the injuries. And now, as the Lions are at the goal line trying to extend this lead back to double digits, you say it looks like the Cowboys are going to win. I really find your assessments are always funny to me. Second down and 7 here. Let's see if they can punch it in the end zone, if the defense can make a stop. They're going to run this ball again. Here comes Gibbs. Gibbs up the middle. Gibbs. Touchdown. Touchdown, Lions. They're going to extend their lead once again. 7:17 left to go in this game. They're going to extend their lead 5 plays, 59 yards, 2.5 minutes taken off the clock. And they're going to extend their lead to 10. Well, to 9 with the extra point coming up. Dallas's defense did not do a good job on this drive. This was a terrible defensive drive for the Cowboys. They needed to make crucial stops. They made mistakes. They could not make a stop on third down, and then you hit Goff too. That's not good. I don't think the knee was down. The knee was, his knee was on top of the defender's leg. I don't think they got to check this. I'm pretty sure the touchdown is good, but I guess they want to take another look at this. I'm pretty sure he got it. Yeah, there's a confirmation. Because his knee would have been down, but his leg was right on top of the Cowboys defender's leg, so he never touched the turf. So, yeah, it's good. Touchdown confirmed. The extra point is up, and it is good. Detroit goes back up by 10. Not a good look for the Cowboys defense. You gave up 37 points today. The Cowboys defense not looking good. 37 points given up tonight. That's not a good look for Dallas' defense, especially because you need them to step up in a big-time moment, and they have not stepped up tonight. 37 points given up to this Lions offense, man. That is not a good look. If the Cowboys lose and the Eagles win, their playoff chances drop to 5%. Yeah, I mean, even if the Eagles don't win, the Cowboys lose this game, their playoff hopes drop to 9%. So if they lose, their playoff chances drop below double digits. So it's going to be a concern no matter what. That's oh, they're making more. Look at this. Man, I'm not gonna lie, man. Cam Newton did not. That whole statement by Cam Newton on Keon Coleman has, bro. Keon Coleman and JJ McCarthy have become the top memes of 2025. Well, the top NFL memes for 2025. Yeah, Washington Vikings an elimination game. Loser gets eliminated. Dude, both teams are not making the playoffs no matter what. It really don't matter. It's just keeping your chances up for an extra week. But both teams are gonna miss the playoffs no matter what. It's over for Washington and Minnesota. We know it. It don't matter if they get eliminated this week or next week. It's over for both teams. Most touchdowns before turning 24. Jahmyr Gibbs at 46, Randy Moss at 44, and Barry Sanders at 47. And when does Jahmyr Gibbs turn 24? Let me see. When is Jahmyr Gibbs' birthday? Jahmyr, his birthday is March 20th. So he turned 23 back in March. Dude, he's going to break that record. Robert, we're going to talk about that tomorrow. Because we have a playoff-centric game here between the Cowboys and Lions, I didn't want to talk about anything Ravens-related tonight. So we'll be back tomorrow when there's no football being played for them. Well, at least no NFL football being played. We'll have a stream tomorrow where we'll address the Ravens, their decision-making, their moves, and we'll bring up the Mark Andrews topic. But I don't really have anything to say about it tonight because it'll be a whole spiel to go into it. And with this being a playoff type game, since both teams' season is on the line and the loser, their playoff hopes dropped tremendously, I'm just gonna focus on tonight's game. Tomorrow, though, Robert, stop by tomorrow when we do a stream, and we'll really be focusing there in discussing the Ravens because I think a lot of people are looking at a move like that and have questions about some of the decision making that's happening with our GM and stuff like that. Of course, I don't think anybody was really. I don't know how people would be majorly surprised based off of based off how the Ravens operate, and considering what this could ultimately mean in terms of trying to please your franchise quarterback, considering that's a safety blanket. Maybe they had to make this move. Either way, we'll talk about this tomorrow. There's a lot that has to go into this because I have a few things I want to say about the team and about how things have been going in the direction of where the Ravens have been heading over the last few years. And I'll go into that whole thing. We'll bring up the Mark Andrews conversation then. Because it's something I've been thinking about recently too, especially with how the season's gone and how we've squandered opportunities. So I'll be back for a conversation with the Ravens tomorrow. We'll discuss the Mark Andrews contract extension then, and we'll further go into talking about the Ravens as a whole. Sonic and Knuckles doing their thing. Yeah, they both got touchdowns tonight. Dallas is running out of time. If the defense can't make a stop in a key situation, Dallas has no chance to come back. They've made a few stops here and there, i.e., blocking a field goal or getting away with a clear jump on the third down situation. They've had their moments here. Also, there's been plenty of mistakes being made by the Lions that, have had opportunities to put up more points on the board, but ultimately failed to do so at times. But despite those mistakes, they put up 37 points tonight, and they've set themselves up to ultimately win this game if they can just hold on. If their defense can come out here and make a crucial stop, they're going to win this game. But if they give up another touchdown, it is what it is. What did Cam Newton say? Oh, you haven't. Oh, Charles, you haven't seen the video? You haven't seen the video of Cam Newton talking about Keon Coleman? Oh, my God. That video is all over TikTok. It's become an entire meme. But he's basically talking about how, Keon Coleman was supposed to be the number. Dak's going to get sacked. And he got sacked. The pressure was coming. He started taking off, and they caught up to him. You cannot afford to take a sack in that situation, Dak. 7 minutes left to go. You're down by 10. Throw the ball away. But, yeah, he was basically talking about Keon Coleman and how, he's supposed to be the number one for Buffalo, and he's been playing like a bum and hasn't been living up to expectations. So the pressure's on him to do his job. Either way, if you take a look at it, it's all over Twitter right now. It's been a meme. Dak fires down the field. It is caught. And it's going to be a first down. This Ryan guy is having a night. That is a huge play. Out of the sack, you've managed to be able to pick up a first down. They're going quickly here, going no huddle, quick throw to George Pickens. He's picking up 9. If you're the Cowboys, you got to go no huddle. I believe that tie the Cowboys got against the Packers is definitely going to hurt them and be the reason why they won't make the playoffs this season. It depends on how things finish off. I mean, again, they're not going to tie break over Detroit. They don't, Green Bay, them and Green Bay tied, so ultimately, I don't know, it'll come into other things, but right now their record is not better than anybody in the playoff race, and again, the NFC the NFC West is taking 2 of the 3 playoff spots, and then the other team that's in that playoff spot is Green Bay that's fighting for first place with the Chicago Bears, and if you lose to Detroit, they have the tiebreaker, so even if it wasn't for that tie, it's just like matchup-wise, they didn't get enough. Dak's going to take another set. Oh, he's running for his life now. Dak nearly got dropped, escaped, and took off to pick up a yard. But again, time is of the essence. The urgency has to be there. You have to go and get set. You got to go no huddle right now. The clock is winding. You got 5 minutes left in this game. You got to go quickly here. 2nd and 9. Dak's taking the snap right here. Dak fires across the middle of the field. It is caught. Another first down. You got to get back up and get set. Dallas has all 3 of their timeouts, but you've got to go quickly. You're down 10. You want to get this football back, so you've got to be you got to go as quick as possible to make sure you are able to score within a reasonable time. 4:40 left to go. Ball at the 30-yard line. Why are you handing the ball off here on first down? What are we doing? Why are we handing the ball off here? Get up! Where is the sense of urgency? 3 timeouts or not, the sense of urgency has to be here. What are you doing? 2nd and 8. Dak takes the snap. Dak fires quickly to the sideline. Incomplete pass. Yeah, the Panthers and Cardinals loss is what's going to cost them. Definitely. That's a fair statement. 3rd down and 8 here. 4:18 left to go. It's 4-down territory here. You got to get a first down to keep the drive alive. Dak Prescott, 26 of 36. 330 yards passing, a touchdown and an interception. William with 17 rushes for 67 yards and a touchdown. 3rd down and 8. Pressure's coming. Dak takes the snap. Fires across the middle. It is caught. Who is this Florindy guy? Oh, no, it's not Florindy. Who's this Flanor? Flanoy, he's making, I don't even know how to pronounce his name. Is that Flanoy? Yeah, Flanoy, excuse me. Who is this Flanoy guy? He's got about over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown. George Pickens, catch on the sideline, goes out of bounds. 3:54 left to go in the game. This Flanoy guy has over 100 yards receiving tonight and a touchdown, and he's been cooking these defenders. Got to go quick once again. 2nd down and 3 here. 3:54 left to go in the game. Dak Prescott, 300-plus passing yards in each of the last 3 games. That's tied for the longest streak in team history when Tony Romo did it in 2007 and 2012, and Prescott did it in 2020, and I think that said 2023 as well. Either way, 2nd down and 3 here. Pressure's coming again. Dak's got to get rid of it quickly. He's going to float it out of bounds because the pressure was coming. 3rd and 3. 3:50 left to go. 3rd down and 3. It's 4-down territory. Actually, no, it's not. Let's be real. You're in field goal range. You're down 10. If they don't pick up this first down, you got to settle for a field goal. If they don't pick up the first down, they got to settle for a field goal. You want the touchdown, but if you can't pick up this first down, you got to settle for 3. It's a 2-possession game. You settle for 3. You kick the field goal. You make it a 7-point game. If you cannot convert here, you've got to kick the field goal. 3rd down and 3. Timeout. Detroit. They took a look at what the Dallas offense was looking to do, and Dan Campbell said, "Let me call timeout, see if I can change things up with my defense." Third down and 3. You don't convert here, you kick the field goal. 3:50 left to go in this game here. That's a jump. That was a jump by the offensive lineman. Flag on the play, incomplete pass. Let's see what this penalty's on. Is this a hold? Oh, yeah, that's... Ooh. Yeah. That's a penalty. That's absolutely a penalty. And that happened that happened around the goal line. Was he in the end zone when that happened? No, that happened around the 2-yard line. That's pass interference. What? What? Brian Branch is down right now. He's being looked at by the medical staff. But they called an offensive pass interference on Brian Branch? Oh. He grabbed the jersey and tugged him to the opposite side. So he grabbed his jersey and kind of yanked him a little bit so he can get himself separation. And they said, oh, that's what happened first, which initially caused a contact, which led to the penalty. Wow. You got to kick a field goal. You don't have a choice. You've got to kick the field goal. It's a 2-possession game. You got to kick it. First player in NFL history with 3 field goals of 55 plus yards and 60 in a single game. Congratulations to Brandon Aubrey. He is from 57, 55, and 63. First player with 3 field goals hit of 55 plus yards in a single game. Congratulations. Brandon Aubrey is the best kicker in football right now. Brian Branch is now up on his feet. They're still checking on him, trying to get him back to the sideline. I don't know what happened to him. It was when the collision happened, so seems like he's hurt. They're going to assist him. He was hobbling a little bit earlier. Now they're going to assist him to the sideline. Might be an ankle situation. I don't know. And Brandon Aubrey is set to kick a field goal here to make it a 7-point game with 3:45 left, which means Detroit as a whole, their the Lions offense needs to make sure they put points on the board. They don't even need to put points on the board. Pick up a couple first downs, force Dallas to burn their timeouts, and you can win this game. Dallas's defense is going to need to come up huge here, and they have not been able to make stops at all this second half. 4th and 3 here. This is a 29-yard field goal for Brandon Aubrey. This is a chip shot for him unless this gets blocked. We'll see what happens. That's a chip shot. He's not missing that. So a 29-yard field goal is good. It is a 7-point game. 37-30 with 3:42 left to go in the game. Both teams' playoff hopes lay in the balance, man. So, yep, the Cowboys defense has to play as perfect as they can possibly play, because if they can't make a stop here, game's over. Lions, you have a chance to ice this game. Go pick up a couple first downs, force the Dallas Cowboys to waste those timeouts, and you can go from there. The penalties are murdered. Yeah, the penalties have been hurting the Cowboys tonight. Hey, man, just popping in to say good luck the rest of the season. Thanks, man. Honestly, I don't have a lot of hope or expectations for what this team's going to do this year. But, hey, we'll see what the end of the season holds. Yeah, the Cowboys defense got to make a stop. Feel y'all watching my Chiefs feels like a funeral. God, dude, you have rings to at least hold on to. What are we going to hold on to in this Lamar Jackson era? Like I said, I gotta stream tomorrow to talk about all of this. So when I stream tomorrow, I'll be talking about the Ravens and a lot of things. We don't have anything to hold on to. We got a Hall of Fame quarterback, and we haven't sniffed the Super Bowl. And then people want to be like, well, all these other fans that all they want to do is just argue and talk trash and go back and forth with other fans. They want to bring up other quarterbacks as if that means anything to us. Well, Josh Allen hasn't made the Super Bowl. Who the hell cares? That has nothing to do with the Baltimore Ravens. That's for Buffalo to deal with. We got a Hall of Fame quarterback, and we have not sniffed the Super Bowl, dude. This is, at least you guys have 3 rings to at least hold on to. You guys have been to 5 Super Bowls. You won 3 championships. You miss out this year, it's going to be tough. But maybe this will be a wake-up call to make some changes. Matt Nagy's got to get the hell out of there. I don't know why he's your offensive coordinator, bro. He might win a championship, but I don't see. I'm going to hold on my take for that one. I'm going to really hold on my take for that one. Maybe Lamar will get one, but I don't know if it will happen with this team. At least with the way they're assembled. I'll hold on my take for that one. 3:42 left to go in this game. Detroit has to run this clock. They've got to burn the clock. They've got to force Dallas to burn those timeouts. Oh my God, this is a great return. They got to burn those timeouts. Force Dallas's defense to press. Some are going to make a mistake. They got to put the pressure on these defenders, man. The Cowboys defense has been reeling this entire second half. This is where you want the Lions to be a little more physical. Put the pressure on these guys. Someone going to press and make a mistake or going to leave a receiver wide open. Either way, you have to make sure you protect the football. That's number 1. Number 1, protect the football. Number 2, move this ball down the field. Dallas still has all 3 timeouts and can get the football back to try to tie this game. You start out at the 49-yard line. Fantastic return here. You just need 2 first downs and you're in field goal range. 1st and 10, they're going to run this ball. Dallas is not going to use their first time out here. They're going to hold. If the Lions pick up a first down, they will be forced to use timeouts. 3:18 left to go. Brian Branch is leaving the game with an ankle injury. He has been carted off the field. He will not return. 2nd down and 9. 3:05 left to go. If a first down is picked up here, Dallas is absolutely going to have to call a timeout. Detroit will definitely win this game if they pick up the first downs. If they don't, Dallas gets the ball to try to tie the game. 2nd down and 9. Play fake here. You've got a wide open receiver. Oh, that's beautiful. I don't know why you tackle him there. St. Brown to the 15-yard line. And the clock's going to tick to the 2-minute warning. Why do you tackle him there? If I'm letting him run out of bounds, I'm not tackling him. I'm sorry. I'm letting him run out of bounds. I'm not tackling him. Now they can run. They can easily run this clock. They're in field goal range now. And this is going to go to the 2-minute warning. Why did you tackle him? Let him go out of bounds his damn self. Oh, my goodness. Dallas is going to challenge whether or not he was in bounds when he got tackled. Which, I guess why not? If the Lions get a touchdown, this game is over. I would prefer if they would have got a touchdown. He's in bounds. And the Cowboys are going to lose this challenge. And they're going to waste a timeout. The game is over. Game's over. So Dallas has 2 timeouts left. They have no way to really stop the clock past a 2-minute warning. And they're in field goal range now, so they can just kick a chip shot and end this game. Well, Nicholas, you said the Cowboys are going to blow out the Lions. How'd that work out for you? Can't believe the Panthers have a better record than the Ravens and Chiefs. Well, we'll see what happens after Sunday. I mean, Ravens and Chiefs have not played their game yet. The Panthers are 7-6. The Ravens are 6-6. The Chiefs are 6-6. We'll see what happens come Sunday. Because at the end of the day, they can have the same record as the Panthers if they win their games, but who knows? And it's not really a shocker when the Ravens have been playing terrible, started 1-5, and the Chiefs have been losing games that they were winning consistently in previous years. So it's not too surprising. Ravens started 1-5. It would make sense that the Panthers would have a better record than them because they've been winning more consistently than the Ravens. First down and 10, 2:25 left. The Cowboys essentially they made a challenge, but essentially used that challenge to call a timeout, I guess. First down and 10, as long as you don't turn the ball over. If you're the Lions, as long as you don't turn the ball over, you're good. Now, again, I don't know why you don't just let him keep running. You can let him run out of bounds. It's fine. I'm not going to make that tackle. I'd rather him go score a touchdown because they're in field goal range. They don't have to do anything but run this ball. Let him score. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to let him score. Touchdown Lions. Jahmyr Gibbs with a second touchdown. And 40 points have been dropped on the Dallas defense. Since you use that, they have no choice but to let him score. That's what I'm saying. You don't tackle him there. Once he's got the big play in the field goal range, you got to let him score. You let him score, or you let him do whatever the hell he wants. But you do not tackle him in bounds. And you shouldn't have used that challenge. Now Dallas has 2 timeouts. They're down 2 scores. Even if they go score a touchdown, they only have 2 timeouts left. They're going to have to go for an onside kick. It's over for Dallas. The Lions are going to win this game. It is over for the Dallas Cowboys. Their season is officially in jeopardy. Their chances to make the playoffs are going to drop to 9%. And if the Eagles win on Monday night against the Chargers, it drops to 5%. This is as horrible and as dreadful as it could be for the Cowboys. This defense did not show up to play football today, and it clearly showcased itself. Meanwhile, the Lions, in a must-win game with their season on the line, after a brutal loss against the Packers, they handle business at home against the Dallas Cowboys here on Thursday Night Football. They do their job. All right, we'll see what happens with the Chiefs. They play Sunday Night Football against the Texans. They lose that game, their season's probably done. Dak, it's been a long night, bro. It ain't even your fault. That pick was horrible. That pick was horrible. That one, you're going to have to bite the bullet for that one. But other than that, I don't think Dak didn't. Yeah, Dak's not at fault for this, man. This is the defense. They play like trash today. The Chiefs being 1-6 in one-score games this season is karma for the refs giving them wins the last 2 seasons. Hey, that could be karma. It don't matter. They came away with a ring. They got 3 championships, bro. You missed a season. You missed the playoffs this year. You just bite the bullet, make some changes, and come back next year. Okay? I don't think there's anything major to really complain about. Nah, they needed a good return there, and they're not going to get it. 2:11 left to go in this game. And looks like it is over for the Dallas Cowboys. Well, it's been a fun ride, but they are definitely going to miss the playoffs. I got a coworker who's a Cowboys fan. I know he's not going to like this. But at the end of the day, it's still it's still within the range of what was to be expected. Everyone said Dallas needed to go 5-1. The goal was to go 1-1 between the Chiefs and the Lions. They beat the Chiefs. They're going to lose to the Lions. Hey, win your last 4 games and then let the cards fold however it folds. Dak's taking a shot down the field. George Pickens was there. They could not connect. If Pickens makes that catch, he could score by the 2-minute warning. That was a huge opportunity. Dak and Pickens just could not connect. That would have been a touchdown right there, and it would have been different. Also, Jahmyr Gibbs ties Barry Sanders for the most touchdowns before turning 24, and he's going to break that next week. He also has 3 touchdowns tonight. Second down and 10. Dak's just launching these down the field. Incomplete. 2-minute warning here. Third down and 10. I hope your Ravens blow out my Steelers. We're not blowing you guys out. It's going to be an ugly, nasty, gritty game, and Baltimore and Pittsburgh are going to take turns trying to lose the game. We're going to try to hand you guys the game, and then you're going to try to hand us the game. We're going to try to hand you the game, and you're going to try to hand us the game. Whatever happens, happens. I want the Steelers to lose every game left so we can get a good draft pick. That's not the Steeler way. You're gonna go to 9-8. You're not. You're gonna have a 9-8 season. I don't know what to tell you. You are going to have a 9-8 season. However you feel about it, however you feel about it. You're not losing out. Pittsburgh is not losing out. That ain't Mike Tomlin. They never had a losing season. It ain't about to happen now. Mahomes gonna have to bite the bullet that he's going to miss the playoffs in the AFC Championship game. He's got 3 rings. He'll be fine. Must-win game for both teams. Someone had to win this one. Detroit in a better position than Dallas. They absolutely needed to win this one after losing to Green Bay last week. So a huge win here for the Lions. Very, very tough, brutal loss for the Cowboys. Two minutes left to go. 3rd down and 10. Dak takes the snap. Fires. Nothing's there. Incomplete. 4th and 10, and this is essentially the game. You don't get it here, you can just take a knee. Again, this is not on Dak. The defense gave up 44 points. I'd rather lose out and get a good draft pick than to continue again. John, it don't matter what you would rather do. It's about what Tomlin would rather do. And Tomlin has no interest in losing out. So it's cool that you'd rather lose out. It ain't going to happen. You're not getting a good draft pick. Y'all going to be 9-8. That's just how it's going to be under Tomlin. Game on the line here. Dak is going to fire. It is technically caught. 1st down. So this is going to keep the drive alive. And this Flanoy, man, this guy is, he's showcasing what he can do tonight. Are they saying he's short? Uh-oh. If he's short, that's the game. That's game. They're going to review whether or not he's short of the 1st down mark. If you're an Eagles fan, you're more motivated to win Monday. They're more motivated to win Monday because they've been reeling. I don't think the Cowboys winning or losing doesn't change how they're going to feel. Like, Cowboys losing here doesn't automatically change what the Eagles have to do on Monday or their mindset. At the end of the day, they've been reeling and people have had questions about them. They've lost games they shouldn't be losing. So at the end of the day, well, then again, I guess if you're an Eagles fan, you said if you're an Eagles fan, you're more motivated. Okay. If you're talking about the Eagles players, I don't think they're really concerned or caring about the Cowboys losing this game. It's not like they need the Cowboys to lose. They just have to handle business, and they're going to win this division. 1st down and 10 here. 151 left to go in the game. Okay, they're going to move the play clock to 141, and it's going to be... It's going to be 141, 30 seconds on the play clock here, and it's going to start on the ref's whistle. Updates on Lamar. Yeah, I know Lamar didn't practice today. Dak trying to buy as much time as possible. Fires. It's caught. Wide open receiver. He's going to get knocked out of bounds. 1st down, Cowboys. Yeah, I know Lamar didn't practice today. He practiced on Wednesday. He was limited with that ankle injury. And he didn't talk with the media yesterday because he was getting treatment. So they said he'd probably talk later on in the week, which we thought would be today. But come to find out, he didn't practice today. At the end of the day, I think it's more so them just continuing to rest Lamar because of that ankle injury still being a problem. Because he's just battling a lot of injuries right now. They just want to give him as much rest as possible and go from there. Dak steps up, fires across the middle. It is caught. Flag on the play. We'll see what happens. So yeah, yeah, Lamar didn't practice today. It really don't matter. He's going to play. Like again, it's what they've been doing every week. The last month he's been missing one practice a week, and he still played. So ain't nothing really gonna change. They're just trying to give him as much rest as possible. They want him to still practice, but they got to give him as much rest as possible. Try to deal with the ankle injury. He's been getting a lot of treatment on his leg because from the knee to the knee, the ankle, the toe. Though it seems like the knee may be feeling better and the toe may be feeling better, but that ankle injury is still there. At least the Steelers will break the Cowboys record for the most winning seasons. That's cool. I could care less. I don't care about either one of those teams' success. Dak is going to go down, nearly fumble the ball right there. Second down coming up here for the Cowboys. Are the injuries playing a role? He's not playing his best the last couple games. I mean, it plays somewhat of a role, but I don't think it plays a complete role. It plays somewhat of a role because he's not able to be the guy we know he is. He's not able to be Lamar Jackson to make all those plays. But there's also moments you see in the game where he's just not playing well. Like he's missing throws he normally makes. Like routine throws he's made consistently, he's just missing. So there's just a lot of throws he's missing. Though on Thursday night, I don't think he was as bad as people as the stats showcase. At the end of the day, if Isaiah Likely holds onto the ball, that's one touchdown. If Zay Flowers doesn't push off and get an offensive pass interference call, that's two touchdowns. That completely changes the game. And Lamar had a couple deep shots to Tez Walker that Tez Walker should have caught, and Tez Walker just dropped the ball. So I think Lamar Jackson was starting to showcase, oh, that's picked, and that's game. Interception here. That's going to end the game. Dak Prescott gets picked off, and the Lions are going to win this game, and they're going to go to 8-5 on the season. The Dallas Cowboys are going to drop to 6-1, and their playoff hopes are in serious jeopardy. But yeah, the injuries are definitely playing a role into him struggling, but it's not playing the entire role. It's playing a good role, but there's also plenty of moments where you're watching Lamar and he's just missing throws he normally makes. He's missing routine throws that he's made with ease. And he's just not, making the plays. It just seems like Lamar's confidence right now is not where it needs to be because he's playing hurt and he knows what he's dealing with the offensive line. When Lamar Jackson's able to move around, he can deal with the crap from the offensive line when he's 100% mobile. Because if his offensive line's not blocking, he can still get out of the pocket, extend plays, and do that. But with Lamar dealing with his ankle injury, he can't do that. He's not as explosive. He can't just juke defenders and get out the way. That ankle injury is bothering him. So because he's not able to do the things he wants to do, it affects how he's going to play. And if the offensive line's not blocking, and all of a sudden plays aren't being made, receivers are dropping passes, receivers are fumbling the ball, the confidence level in Lamar is going to drop, and his frustration level is going to rise, and at that point, game over. That's exactly what happened Thursday night. Guys were just not making the plays. Guys were dropping passes all over the damn place. Guys were fumbling the ball. It is what it is. Looking forward to the Jaguars-Colts game on Sunday more than the Steelers-Ravens. Never thought I'd say that. Not even surprised. I could care less about the Ravens-Steelers game, and I'm a Ravens fan, but I'm a Ravens fan, so I'm obviously going to be here to stream that. Colts-Jaguars should be an interesting one, but again, the Colts are heading downward. Daniel Jones is actively hurt, and he's just playing hurt, and the Colts have been reeling for the last few weeks. It's to be expected. So, yeah. With that being said, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I am going to call it a night here. The Detroit Lions get the 44-30 win. They advance to 8-5 on the season. The Dallas Cowboys drop to 6-1. The Lions now increase their odds to make the playoffs. They're up to 55%. The Dallas Cowboys, with a loss tonight, their playoff hopes drop to 9%. They're going to need a lot of help if they want to make the playoffs. Lions get a big win. Cowboys get a brutal loss. CeeDee Lamb is probably going to be in concussion protocol, so we don't know if he's going to play. But then again, he has 10 days, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, yeah, T-Law's been pretty good for them last couple games. With that being said, guys, I appreciate you tuning in. This has been very frustrating to have to constantly set up multiple streams because it's been constantly turning on and off, but something you can do about that. I'm going to let you guys go. You enjoy the rest of your night. I got work tomorrow, so, it is what it is. I'm going to go rest. But, yeah, you guys take care. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll talk about the Ravens. We'll have a stream about the Ravens and discuss that. So I'll be back tomorrow. With that being said, appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'll see you later. Be sure to stay safe, and peace out. Good night, everybody.